Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, domestic violence is a topic that we talk about on our channel all the time. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you guys some details in this story that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. And if you can't handle that, I understand it. This might not be the video for you. But I'm going to say some things. I'm going to just speak from my heart. And I have to be honest with this particular story, okay? Now, for anybody who's up there in the Northeast region of the United States of America, if you live in New York, or Syracuse, then I need y'all to come to the front of the congregation and I need y'all to take this L that I'm about to give y'all today. All right? Now, I don't know how many stories I've done out of Syracuse, but nonetheless, this story was absolutely senseless. And I'm going to say this because this is going to piss the family and friends off. I feel that the mother who was murdered in this situation by this, let me see if I can back it up. This nugget head dude right here, this mother was murdered by that dude who looks like, I don't know, he looks like kind of like a female, like a male, like he don't really know whether he want to be feminine or masculine. I don't know. But he's like a half a male, half a man, right? So it's kind of like he got half a brain, you know, out of two testicles, he's got like one, half a man. But nonetheless, this story comes out of a place called Syracuse, New York, and a single mother, and I repeat, a single mother of two from upstate New York has been stabbed to death as she tried to rescue a friend's 17-year-old daughter from her boyfriend. And guess you heard that right. Now, let me make sure that we're all on the same page. Not from the mom who died, not from her boyfriend, but what happened was the mom has a friend who has a daughter, and that daughter has a thug for a boyfriend. Everybody follow that? I know it's a little bit complicated. The mom has a friend. The friend has a daughter. The daughter has a thug for a boyfriend. So the mom, who has her own responsibilities, was trying to help the mom who has a kid that apparently this kid is not able to get herself out of a situation with her being 17 years old. And she was trying to save her from herself, but from her boyfriend. And the little girl and the boyfriend are both 17 years old. How much sense does any of that even make? Is that already complicated? Do y'all even want me to give y'all the rest of the details? I gotta tell y'all this because I normally don't speak this way, but I am gonna be today. I'm gonna tell y'all, this woman is a very attractive woman. She's very beautiful. And there are a lot of black men out there that would be honored, that would chomp at the bit to be able to date a woman, like just from a physical presence, a woman that looks like her, right? She looks very nice, very sweet. And when she gets dressed up, man, she looks very, very beautiful. And I don't know if we have any guys in the building that might agree with my sentiments. And normally I don't speak that way. I don't normally comment on people's looks, so to say. But I think she's beautiful. And it sucks the fact that not only does it seem like she doesn't have a man, but she has two children, I'm going to assume came out of the confines of wedlock, just because that's just the way black people get down. That's the way we get down. That's the way I got down. That's the way a lot of us get down, and I know it's not all. Okay? So again, we are assuming. We're assuming that these kids came outside of wedlock. We're going to assume that she did not have a man. And there's a reason I'm saying that, so y'all want to understand my point. But let me tell the rest of the story. She was stabbed to death by her friend's daughter's boyfriend. Police responded to a call about a disturbance on Friday night and discovered 36-year-old Franchelli Almonte suffering from a stab wound to the neck in the 100 block of Carbon Street. This woman was stabbed in the neck. Golly. By that idiot. Now, according to the reporting by Syracuse.com, the incident began unfolding earlier that evening when a friend of the mother asked her to drive her home, asked to drive her to a home on Spring Street to pick up her daughter from her boyfriend's apartment. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, that is a bad friend unless the mom already knew, but I'm going to assume that the mom didn't know that this dude was a damn idiot. Okay? But the mom, instead of the mom picking up her daughter, she sent her friend to pick up the daughter. Do y'all think that's messed up? Maybe I missed something. But I think that's really weird, the fact that the mom of this daughter sent her friend to pick up her daughter. But let me tell you why it's weird. When the 17-year-old girl tried to leave, her boyfriend allegedly would not let her leave. He physically restrained her from leaving. When she finally got into Amani's car, the man allegedly threw a brick through the rear window, then approached Almaty, who was sitting behind the window. Or behind the wheel. I said behind the window. She was in the car sitting behind the wheel. Almaty was said to arm herself with a stick she had kept in the car for self-defense. But the improvised weapon proved no match for her attacker's knife when he reportedly plunged it into her neck. Almaty was able to drive away, but she had not gotten far before she lost consciousness and stopped breathing. Jesus Christ. As of Monday evening, the Syracuse Police Department has not announced any charges or have not announced any arrest or charges in connection to Almaty's killing. Now, according to another friend, Almaty was a native of Puerto Rico who had lived in Syracuse for 12 years. She supported her two children, a 7-year-old daughter and an 11-year-old son, by working at a senior care center, service center. Amy LaRue said that the daughter of her and Almaty's mutual friend has been dating her Amy LaRue said the daughter of her and Almaty's mutual friend had been dating her boyfriend on and off for 3 years. The girl's mother had been trying to split up the couple because the boyfriend had been controlling and disrespectful. Let's take a pause. Can we take a pause for a moment? So the mother of this girl already knew that there was a problem. She already knew that this boy was vicious. And she set her friend up to go pick this girl up? How do y'all feel about that? I be damned, man. I be damned if my friend is going to call me and put me in a dangerous situation that my friend wouldn't even put themselves in. Hello? Are y'all hearing me out there? The mother of that girl wouldn't put herself in that situation, but she put her supposed friend in that situation. Let's keep going. Things finally came to a head on Friday when the 17-year-old girl called her mother and asked her mother to pick her up after a physical confrontation with her boyfriend. The mother then contacted Almaty and asked her to drive her. So, for the people who I know are going to get Twitter fingers, they're going to write me all kind of death threats. They're going to be in the comment section talking about, Just Jay, yous don't know what yous talking about. Well, look, guys, hashtag not my words still stands, okay? These are not my words. We would have no story if these people didn't come out and speak and tell the story themselves. The daughter spoke. The friends spoke. The mother spoke. We're getting this from the horse's mouth. If you want to get mad at me, get mad at them for giving us the story to talk about. Huh? The girl called the mother, and the mother called her friend. How the... Ooh, I was about to cuss, boy. I was about to cuss real bad. But I've been doing real good about not getting flagged lately. I'm not going to cuss. But how the F do you pass this phone call off to your friend? Why, as you as the mother? Matter of fact, let me throw something else out there. I want y'all to notice two things. First of all, why didn't the mother call her husband to go get the daughter? Shout out to Tommy. Why didn't the mother call her husband or boyfriend to go get this girl, to go rescue this girl, to go stand up against this violent ass teenager? Don't y'all think a grown man would have stood a better chance up against a strong 17-year-old teenager as opposed to a soft, feminine woman? Huh? Apparently the mom was too scared to go get her daughter. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I really hate to say this. I really hate to say this because I know we got a lot of good ladies out there. Let me give a shout out. Let me testify tonight. I know we got a lot of good ladies in the AFC and a lot of good ladies out there in the world that would absolutely put their lives on the line for their children, especially their daughters. Because y'all need to band together. There's a lot of bad men out there. There are a lot of bad dudes out there. And it don't apply to all of them. But there are a lot of them out there. Okay? A lot of bad men out there. But there are a lot of good men out there that would absolutely put themselves on the line for their woman, for their wife, for their kids, for their stepkids, for even people that they don't know. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Why men are important? Can we get a hashtag, real men are important? Real men are important. Fathers are important. Hashtag daddies count. Husbands count. Notice there is no mention of a man in this story that stepped in to not only help this girl, but to deal with this violent teenager who threw a brick through this woman's car. This woman at that point should have sped off, but she didn't. I guess she thought she was going to fight this little 17-year-old boy, and she got stabbed up. But when she got stabbed, she drove away then. You can fix a car window. You could get that dude arrested for throwing a brick through a car window. You could pursue legal ramifications against him. You could get your car paid for through your insurance if you had insurance. You could open up a damn GoFundMe. If anybody would have heard this story do GoFundMe, that this teenager, you went to help your friend and a teenager threw a brick through your car, I'm sure it's thousands of people out there that probably would have donated her enough money to just go get a whole nother car. If you ask me, it wasn't that serious to sit there and try to fight that boy because he threw a damn brick through your window. You know who he is. You know where he lives. He probably don't have enough resources to be able to run and hide anywhere. All I'm doing is just talking logic and common sense. That's it. If you get mad at me about what I said outside of that, then it truly means that you're just in your emotions and you're not using your head. But there's more. Let's move on. The mother called her friend instead of the mother going to go get her daughter, which she could have called her husband or the father of this girl to go pick her up. But she asked her friend to go pick this woman up, knowing that this woman had her own kids to worry about. The mother then contacted Almonte and asked her to drive her. All she was doing was giving her friend a ride, LaRue told the news. Almonte is survived by her children, siblings, and elderly parents. LaRue has launched a GoFundMe campaign to help Almonte's family with her funeral expenses and to support her son and daughter. She was an amazing woman, and the loss of her life has been felt in the community, the description reads. She always gave her last to anyone if in need. And that's the part that really sucks, because If you ask a friend, and I'm the type of friend, if you ask me to do something, so I'm going to give y'all an example, and shout out to my brother Kurt Dog. If Kurt Dog calls me and asks me to do something, there's a high probability that I'm going to just do what my brother asked me to do. But Kurt Dog not only is mature, but my brother understands that I'm only going to ask Jay to do something if I absolutely have to have him do this for me. That's what a real friend does, is a real friend will evaluate and make sure that they don't put you in an effed up position. Right? Or am I wrong? They have a $10,000 GoFundMe account set up, which y'all can see right here. I'm not going to even copy that over to the screen. $10,000 GoFundMe. They've collected $4,000 so far. I got a lot more to say, but let me show you guys the one news video that was out there. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Let's get it.
And Syracuse police have identified the victim of a deadly stabbing on the city's north side. 36-year-old Franchelli Almonte passed away Friday night after being stabbed in the neck. Officers were called to a home on the 300 block of Spring Street around 6:15 Friday evening. Shortly after, they found Almonte along the 100 block of Carbon Street with a stab wound. She died a short time after. And the investigation is ongoing. And if you saw what happened, give Syracuse police a call at 315-442-5222. Your call will remain anonymous.
And I agree with the people in the chat. Somebody said that this woman lost her life for nothing. And I 100% agree with you. But let me tell y'all a little bit more about this individual. Let me see if I can get his face back up here. Let's go back here. Because that's the best picture I could find. I couldn't find any other pictures of this individual. The Syracuse police have identified the 17-year-old male who they said is the suspect in a stabbing death of a woman on Spring Street on Friday. His name is Cody, C-O-D-Y, Windley, which is spelled W-I-N-D-L-E-Y, Cody Windley, who police say has no permanent address but is known to be in Syracuse. So that means he's staying with people, so somebody knows what this little bastard is. He's wanted for killing Franchelli Almonte, police said. The 36-year-old woman was trying to rescue the daughter of another friend when she was stabbed. Police have previously said they were looking for a 17-year-old boyfriend of Almonte's friend's daughter. In a Facebook post, police described Windley as a black male with black hair, brown eyes, standing 5'6" tall. Told y'all he was a little scrawny ass little dude. And weighing about 140 pounds. So yeah, he's definitely a real scrawny ass dude. They also posted 2 photos of the suspect, which are these pictures. Windley is the subject of 2 other active arrest warrants. How many of y'all are surprised? As bad as it might sound, I agree with you in the chat. You said this sounds like a setup. Even if the mother of the girl didn't know, it's a setup. You set your friend up for failure. So I agree with you. That dude is the subject of not 1, but 2 other active arrest warrants. Meaning that the daughter was dating a thug. The mother knew that he was a thug. The mother knew that this dude ain't crap. And she allowed her daughter to be. Matter of fact, at 17 years old, maybe you could even say that the daughter made her own bed. But she tried to pass the buck off to the mom, and then the mom passed the buck off to a friend. Okay? Now, one stems from family court, and the other is a harassment charge. Police provided no other details. Police ask if anyone with information on the whereabouts of Windley is asked to contact the Criminal Investigations Division at 315-442-5222. The stabbing happened near 320 Spring Street at about 6:15 p.m. on Friday. The woman, the mother, the question that's in the subject of this video, died later that night at Upstate University Hospital. The details of the confrontation and fatal stabbing were told to Amy LaRue, another friend of Almonte, and independently confirmed by Syracuse.com. The Post Standard with a source familiar with the investigation. So again, here's what happened. The mother of this girl already knew that this dude was involved with her daughter, knew that this boy was violent, knew that this boy was a thug, knew that this boy is not a law-abiding citizen. Let me say that. No, like you would not mistake him for somebody who's going to college, somebody who's trying to get his education, somebody who's trying to be something in life. Like he looks like a freaking idiot that ain't going nowhere in life real fast. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, and you really should until that person proves to you otherwise. But the optics in this story don't lie, and people wonder why I can pass judgment off on people like this. Well, it's because not only do I come from a background that educated me deeply about the black community, but I know better, okay? I've been a counselor. I'm not stupid, and I know a thug when I see a thug. They smell a certain way, they walk a certain way, they think a certain way, and they speak a certain way. Yes? So I think that if a black person comes from that environment like me, then I think that I'll be the perfect person to talk about this and make those judgment calls, okay? Now, not only did the mother know that this was going on, when your daughter calls you up, why in the hell would you call your friend and say, hey girl, my daughter's over here, she's over here in some trouble right now, and I need you to go pick her up? If I was on the other end of that line, I'd be like, girl, what you mean she in some trouble? I think you need to go take care of your own daughter. Like, I've got kids over here I'm trying to take care of. Like, who's going to take care of my babies while I'm trying to take care of yo baby? Huh? I would have been like, good luck to you. Click. You want to get mad at me about that? For trying to take care of my damn kids? Then I'm sorry, then our friendship really didn't mean that much if you don't understand the fact that I got 2 kids. Let alone that nobody called the police. Y'all keep talking about defunding the police, but this is a situation where if you felt like it was dangerous and you needed help, you could have got the police involved. Everybody could have. Nobody did. The daughter, 17 years old, could have called 911. She didn't, because she didn't want to. She didn't, right? I said that right. She didn't. She didn't call the police because she didn't want to be labeled as no snitch. She wanted to be labeled as a woman who's down for her man, down for her thug, through thick and thin, right? The mom didn't call the father, no boyfriend, no uncle, no male family members to go help her out. What was this mom? Matter of fact, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I just get so pissed off about this. Let me say this without yelling. What was the mother of that girl doing that was so damn important that either you didn't pick up and go get this girl yourself, take off of work, whatever it was, to go get your daughter? So whatever this woman was doing, or whoever this woman was around, she felt like that at that particular time was more important than her own daughter's life. And I hope the daughter understands not only is it stupid to date thugs, and you got firsthand experience with that, but the fact that your own mother didn't give a crap about you to go even pick you up out this dangerous situation, and the fact that the woman who died her kids needs to realize how crappy that this woman is. For even sending it, this is what we call in the hood. Let me see if y'all catch this. In the hood, we call that a dummy mission. That mother sent her friend on a dummy mission, and that dummy accepted the assignment, and now that dummy is dead. I know that might suck for y'all to hear me speak on that woman like that. speaking on the dead, but it's funny how, and again, shout out to Tommy, not to Tommy, but it's funny how we respect the dead more than we respect living people. Doesn't that suck? Do any of y'all feel that way? Because I do. Those are not my words. But I feel like we don't put any type of respect on living people. And that's where in America, we can teach that message to the world, the fact that look at where we're failing. We are failing our kids. We are failing our society. We're failing our neighbors. We're failing our friends. We're failing everybody around us. The reason why I'm speaking on this is because this is a preventable thing. This could have been prevented, A, by the daughter putting herself in this situation. You're 17 years old, ma'am. Matter of fact, let me see if I'm right about this. Let's check on the age of consent in New York. Let's just find out real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, the age of consent that you are grown enough to make your own decisions in New York is age 17. 17 years old. So what that means is that legally, that 17-year-old daughter is grown. You made your bed and you made everybody else around you suffer for it. And I'm going to tell y'all, that's another dynamic that I think is scary, why we have so many mothers that are raising these kids by themselves instead of having a male figure there, because men typically will sacrifice. Women will typically be selfish, and that's no knock against women, and it don't apply to all. It's not every scenario, but it's in general. It's in our nature for women to do what's best for themselves. Men will sacrifice for the betterment of everybody else, which is why it's important to have men out there that will fight for you. Hello. I'm hoping that didn't go over anybody's head. It's not to say it's a knock on women, but what it is to say is it's in your nature, and we need to be able to defend each other's nature, okay? Men need soft women for a reason. Men are protectors for a reason, because the nature of a woman is frail and needs to be protected. It's an awesome thing to be able to protect a woman and her womb so that she can continue to keep producing life and grow this world, grow our lineage, grow our legacy. So that must be protected. We don't need our women out there on the front line out there fighting dudes. That's stupid. It sounds stupid. For this 36-year-old woman, she's my age. Am I preaching to somebody out there? This woman is my age, and I will be damned if somebody send me on a dummy mission, let alone one of my homies, let alone one of my friends. You mean to tell me that, you know what, bruh, I think so little of your life. I know I should go handle this, but let me send you to go handle it. Just Jay, you gonna be my flunky for the day, and I need you to go handle this for me because I don't want to get my hands dirty. You think I'm gonna say okay to that? I mean, you ain't gonna put no investment in this at all, bruh? Okay. So you're telling me that me being a father to my daughter, who needs me to protect her, to provide for her, to teach her, and to give her rides. So you mean to tell me, apparently, I guess me being there for my daughter is not valuable. So when I go do a dummy mission for you, then there's going to be nobody there for my daughter, and then something's going to happen to her. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. And I'm not saying that this woman is guilty. What I'm saying is that her friend should have knew better than to send her friend on a dummy mission. She was a victim of being a good friend. Let me repeat that for anybody get mad. She was a victim of being a good friend. Can somebody post that in the chat? Because I know it's somebody out there that's going to inbox me on Instagram or send me another freaking email talking about they going to pull up on me because of what I said. Because I disrespected the dead. She didn't do anything wrong except be a victim. A victim. She is a victim of being a good friend. She was a ride and die, literally, a ride and die friend. That is an attribute of a friend that is respectable, but you have to put some respect on your friend's name and not send your friend on a damn dummy mission. But let me also remind you guys, see if I can get there. That little bastard is still on the streets. Now, Syracuse, New York, or any area out there. I'm assuming this dude ain't got a lot of money. He ain't got a lot of places he can go. Not a lot of allies. Let me see if Syracuse, New York is going to do the right thing. Which one of y'all in Syracuse are going to turn that little bastard in? Y'all know where he's at. This fool murdered a mother for no damn reason. And he needs to suffer, and he needs to face the consequences. One of y'all know where he's at. Which one of y'all gonna step up and do the right damn thing? Or are y'all gonna continue to just let black people kill black people, and then you're just gonna turn a blind eye and say, well, we need to get the police in order. Well, we need to get the president in line. We need to get another president. All the while, those kids got to grow up without a mom. Y'all just lost one of y'all queens. Those kids just lost a beautiful parent. Those kids are now going to have to fend for themselves. And how do we even know that they're going to even have anybody that's going to raise them properly? What if they end up being inside of a violent household, an abusive household, somebody who sexually assaults these kids? We don't know. But you don't want to put them in an unknown situation when it's preventable. And I'm sorry I'm preaching, but I'm telling y'all, this story touched my heart, and I had a whole lot to say about it. Let me calm myself down, and I thank you if you listen to this, everything I had to say about this story. Then all I can say is I thank you for listening with an open mind and an open heart. I want that mother to rest in peace. She did not deserve this. And again, that mother put her life on the line for what she felt like was right, standing up and helping her friend. And it ended up leaving her two kids without a mother. Everybody around suffered because of him. But like I said, there's always a root cause, and that girl, and that little 17-year-old girl didn't have to deal with him. That's where the problem starts. And we need to start nipping these problems at the source, at the root. And the root was that little girl's choice cost this woman her life. And I hope that 17-year-old girl remembers that. And I hope that 17-year-old girl puts that deep inside her heart. And I hope that she shows up to this woman's memorial, to her funeral, looks in her casket and realizes, I'm the reason why she's in that casket. Y'all know where that bastard is at. Find him, turn him in by any means necessary. This is your boy DJ Just J with the AFC. We're going to continue to keep speaking for our babies. To that beautiful woman right there. She's beautiful to me. Rest in peace, Franchelli Almonte. Rest in peace.